Welcome to day 8. And thank you for joining us for our 30-day challenge of journaling. As I mentioned before, it is said if you can do something consistently for 30 days, it will become a habit. And my goal is to create more journalists, people who are writing about themselves, reporting on themselves, about their past, their present, and their future aspirations, and to help them along the way. And this is a primer type of journal. You can download it from freshlivingstreet.com. You can go to the media resource page and you'll see a PDF entitled journal, and just click it and it will download onto your computer and you can print it out. Or if you are a person who's using a blank journal, you can transcribe those questions and answer them, in your blank journal. But our goal is just to really help people to get to know themselves in a deeper way. And we're on day number 8. And also, if you've missed day 1 through 7, you can go to our YouTube channel, the same name, Fresh Living Street, and you can start with number 1 and follow us through. The thing is that we just want you to be consistent so that you start a new habit of writing about you and understanding your inner world, turning the look from being outward to inward. And today we're on day number 8. Our blast from the past. How would I describe my relationship with my father? Now, with America kind of being more of a matriarch type of nation where mama is really everything and daddy, he's okay. Think about your relationship with your father. It's kind of proven true that most of us marry our mother or we marry our father. If you're a young lady, the guy that you pick out, pretty much he's going to be probably a lot like your father, because that's what you're seeing. Now, even in situations where there, as we say, there is no father in the home, you still have a relationship with him, even if he was absent, because you're going on information that was given to you by your mother, and you're forming an idea of what a father is by what you've been told, whether it was true or not. And so you still have a relationship with your father even though he's absent. So the thing is that think about your relationship with your father. Write it down. How did you feel? And if he was in the home, was he an absent father who was there, whose mind was never there? Was he an attentive father? Talk about or write about your relationship with your father, because this is one of your foundational relationships on how you learned how to love. And this is love that would have been expressed in the masculine form. Now, for our present, what additional clutter is causing chaos in my life? And what I mean by clutter, these are emotions that you've picked up along the way: abandonment issues, avoidance issues. We talk about, and we will be talking about in our next quarterly issue of our website, we'll be talking about attachment styles. Are you one who practices avoidance? You just don't want anybody close to you. You'll get close enough, but once they get too close, you kind of find a way to get away from them. What emotional clutter? Did somebody hurt you in the past and you still carrying it? So anybody who comes in your general vicinity, if they just remind you a little bit of that person, do you just dump whatever that person did? You dump it on them, or you just say, well, I'll never love again, I'll never trust again? What emotional clutter are you bringing into your life, and it's causing chaos? And it's very important that you be honest about answering this, because what you're doing in the present, you'll be bringing it into the future with you. So it's important to have truthfulness about, okay, yes, this is a mess that I'm bringing, and this is why I'm bringing it, and I'm going to take care of the mess. Like the commercial used to say, life is messy, clean it up. Your future. What is shaping my ability to become a better version of myself? And in becoming a better version of yourself, what are the positive steps that you're taking to become better? A person who thinks that they have arrived, you don't do anything to become better. And it's a bad thing to see I thought about the Sears and Roebuck stores, and they were popular during the 50s and the 60s and the 70s, but in the 80s they were a little late in revamping their product, revamping their stores, and so it just became an old people store. We've seen cars, that's why you don't see any more Oldsmobiles or Pontiac. They never did upgrade. They were just satisfied with where they were, and they didn't change, and so they were abandoned. And it's the same way with us. If you're not upgrading yourself, if you're not, none of us are wearing stack heels from the 1970s. None of us are wearing those clothes that we wore back in the 80s. We've upgraded our closet. None of us are driving 1959 Studebakers. The thing is that you have to upgrade and you have to stay with the time. And what are you doing at this day? Are you beginning to meditate and you're beginning to journal? So that's a good thing. Are you working on making a better you? Because what you start doing today is what will affect you for tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow, which is day 9. But remember, we're here to learn and we're here to understand. Be well.